Have you ever stopped to consider the state of our world today? Pause for a moment and let that question sink in. The world around us is changing rapidly and not always for the better. We're seeing a surge in natural disasters, a rise in pandemics, and an unsettling increase in uncertainty. Take a moment to think about the earthquakes that have been shaking our planet. These aren't isolated incidents happening once in a blue moon. No, they're happening more frequently and with greater intensity. From the tremors that rattle our cities to the seismic waves that swallow entire towns, the earth beneath us is becoming increasingly unstable. Then there's the issue of famine. While some parts of the world enjoy a bounty of food, others face severe shortages. Hunger, malnutrition, and even starvation are harsh realities in many corners of the globe. These are not relics of a bygone era, but pressing issues we're grappling with in the here and now. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, the global pandemic that has swept across every continent, leaving no nation untouched. The world has been brought to its knees by an invisible enemy, causing a health crisis unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime. But here's the question that's been on my mind. Are these events just a series of unfortunate coincidences, or do they signify something more? Could they be evidence of a world that's spiraling out of control, or perhaps a world that's moving towards a prophesied future? These events seem to be happening more and more frequently, but are they a sign of something greater? In the next scenes, we'll delve deeper into this question. We'll explore historical prophecies, compare them with the events of today, and consider what they might mean for our future. So, stick around. You won't want to miss what's coming next. In the Bible, there is a prophecy that speaks of great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places, as well as fearful events and great signs from heaven. This prophecy is found in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verses 10 and 11. Here, Jesus Christ himself talks about the end times. Warning of these catastrophic events as signals of what's to come, he tells his disciples, "Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places, and fearful events and great signs from heaven." But what does this mean? Let's break it down. Great earthquakes. We're not talking about the occasional tremor here. The prophecy points to seismic activities of epic proportions, the kind that topple cities and change landscapes. Famines. This refers to widespread hunger, a scarcity of food that affects large populations. It's not just about poor harvest, but a level of hunger that could destabilize societies. Pestilences, these are deadly diseases, pandemics that can wipe out swaths of people. Think of the Black Plague, or more recently the Spanish flu and COVID-19. Fearful events and great signs from heaven. This suggests occurrences that are out of the ordinary, phenomena that inspire fear and awe. It could be anything from celestial anomalies to inexplicable occurrences on Earth. And here's the kicker, these events are not isolated. They're happening in various places, signaling a global scale of disruption. Now look around us. The 21st century has seen its fair share of these prophesied events. We've had devastating earthquakes like the one in Haiti in 2010. Food shortages are a reality in many parts of the world. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us how a disease can bring the world to its knees. And we've witnessed fearful events like the wildfires that turned the sky orange in California. Could it be that we are living in the times prophesied in the Bible? Let's take a closer look at the similarities between the events happening today and the biblical prophecies. Firstly, consider the great earthquakes that have been shaking the globe. The Bible in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 11, states that there will be great earthquakes in various places. Today, we're witnessing an increasing number of seismic activities in regions that were previously quiet. From the powerful tremors in New Zealand to the devastating quakes in Haiti, it seems like the earth beneath us is in constant unrest. Next, let's talk about famines. The Bible, in the same verse, also predicts famines. In our world today, we see the heartbreaking reality of hunger and scarcity. In places like Yemen and South Sudan, people are starving. The United Nations has warned that we're on the brink of the worst food crisis since World War II. The correlation is hard to ignore. Let's move on to pestilences. The Bible uses this term to describe any deadly or destructive plague or disease. Think about the global health crisis we're living through right now. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected millions, causing sickness and death on a massive scale. The Bible, in its foretelling of pestilences, seems to have predicted such a scenario. Now let's examine the fearful events and great signs from heaven. The Bible suggests that these will be stark indicators of approaching times. Today, we're seeing an increase in extreme weather events like hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. These natural disasters are causing fear and anxiety worldwide. They certainly seem to fit the criteria of fearful events. As for great signs from heaven, this could be interpreted in many ways. Some point to the dramatic celestial events we've witnessed, like the Great American Eclipse, the super blue blood moon, or the Christmas star conjunction. Others suggest it could refer to the rapid advancements in space exploration and technology that have allowed us to understand the universe like never before. Of course, it's important to note that while there are similarities, there are also differences. The Bible's prophecies are often metaphorical and open to interpretation. They were written in a different time and context, and not every event can be directly linked to a biblical prophecy. However, the parallels are striking. They invite us to reflect on our world and the path we're on. They remind us of the importance of compassion, resilience, and faith in these challenging times. So, when we compare today's events with biblical prophecies, we find an intriguing overlap. The earthquakes, famines, pestilences, fearful events, and great signs from heaven that were foretold centuries ago seem to be playing out in our world today. It's clear that there are many similarities between what's happening today and what was prophesied in the Bible. So, what does this mean for us? How should we prepare for what's to come? As we delve into the future, these questions become increasingly vital. We've been discussing prophecies, their implications, and the striking parallels we're witnessing in our world today. As these events unfold, it's crucial that we don't just stand by as passive observers. We need to understand, to be aware, and to prepare. You see, prophecies aren't just ancient texts or mystical predictions. They're insights into possible futures, warnings even, that can help us navigate the changing tides of time. It's like having a weather forecast for the centuries to come. Would you ignore a storm warning? I doubt it. Similarly, we shouldn't ignore these prophetic forecasts. Being aware of these prophecies means understanding the world around us in a broader context. It's about recognizing the patterns in history and being alert to their reoccurrence. It's about learning from the past to navigate the future. But awareness is just the first step. Preparation is equally crucial. Now you might wonder, how does one prepare for earthquakes, famines, pestilences, or indeed any fearful events? Well, it's not about building a bunker or hoarding supplies. It's about building resilience and adaptability. It's about fostering a community that can withstand adversity, a society that values cooperation over competition, compassion over indifference. And just as important, it's about cultivating a mindset of hope and positivity. Despite the darkness of these prophecies, they're not meant to incite fear, but to inspire action. They remind us that we have the power to shape our destiny, to change the course of our shared future. So let's take these prophecies not as a cause for despair, but as a call to action. Let's be aware, let's prepare, and let's face the future with courage and determination. Remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create through our actions and our choices every single day. It's essential to be aware of these prophecies and to prepare for what may come. In conclusion, the events happening in our world today eerily align with the biblical prophecies. We've traversed through the alarming state of our world and how it echoes the ancient scriptures. From great earthquakes shaking the very core of our planet to famines leaving millions in despair. From pestilences wiping out populations to fearful events stirring anxiety and great signs from the heavens that leave us in awe. This journey has been a wake-up call, a mirror reflecting our reality. It's not about fear, but about awareness. It's about thinking critically and questioning the world around us. And above all, it's about preparing for the future, for whatever it may bring. So, let's continue this journey together. Let's stay informed, stay curious, and stay prepared. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed. Remember, the future is in our hands.